This is Yvonne Charneski with Von Henry Media. Welcome you to another segment of Producing Creative Content. Today we're talking about scripting, and we're going to be speaking with Billy Noakes and Adam Majewski, both who work on their own but through Von Henry Media. And so let's get started. How is it that a stranger, you don't know our clients, that you can write a script that fits their needs? How do you do that?
First, asking a lot of questions, finding out what their most important point is, find out what some of their assumptions are about what people do and don't want about their product or their service, and then just spending a little bit of time chatting, getting comfortable with people, because not every writer is going to be the right match for one of a specific client.
Yes, we know that. Yeah.
If there were, then there wouldn't be a need for the two of us.
Correct.
Sometimes it's personality. Sometimes it's understanding of the product. There are some things that I may not be comfortable writing about, and I would recommend that they go with somebody else instead. And it's not... You don't need to create an adversarial situation. Just tell them, oh, gee, I have a friend. Let me refer you to this person because Adam might be a better match for you. But you spend as much time as you need to understand the product or the service or the location. We did one a while back out on the beaches. And just knowing what is involved, having a comfort level, and making them realize that you have an understanding and you're going to get their message out.
What kind of questions do you ask do you have a generalized set of questions that you put together, or do you tailor it to the client?
Well, one of the first questions I try to find out, even if I'm not directly asking it, if I'm getting around to it, is what kind of writer are they looking for? Because I have found that there's two types of writers most clients are seeking. One is somebody who can take the general understanding of their product and their message and come up with different ways to present that based on our experience. I want to add value to a client. Use me. I'll bounce as many things off you as you want to hear that I think may work even better than some of the stuff that's been done in the past. But other clients, and deservedly so, I'm not knocking this, but others are looking for more of a stenographer or a transcriber. Here's basically what I want to get out. You have a good command of the English language. You write it down, but let's not deviate from that. And I'm fine with that as long as I know, because there's nothing worse than being on set. Like the situation we were describing. You and the client were very flexible that day. But that would have been a bad situation had I suggested something that they were out of the parameters of what they wanted. And from there, the rest of the questions are just bullet point facts, and it makes the day go easier if we know our role.
Let's say I get the script and I go, oh my God, we totally miscommunicated. Now what?
If they're comfortable with having a rewrite done with the same writer, I'll sit down with them and find out point by point what doesn't work, which parts of this aren't what you wanted. Because sometimes you find that it might just be one or two words that are emotionally charged for them, and it just blows everything out of proportion in their vision. And by tweaking just a couple of things, you may find that you can bring it right back into what they were looking for in the first place. If it's something that is completely off-kilter, then you either rewrite it for them or you say, let me bring in a colleague. Okay. You don't just leave somebody hanging out there.
Okay. Good point. How about you, Adam?
I was writing a radio jingle for someone, a 30-second music and words, and I thought the subject matter was a jazzy kind of a upbeat look at a particular topic, and it was absolutely the opposite of what they wanted. But that was a case where they said, let me see, you do what you feel is best, but once they heard it, they knew it wasn't what they wanted. And sometimes they don't know until they hear it. And I always say up front, no hard feelings. If this is not the direction you want to go, if you're going to trust me in that, then let's go a different direction. But it was a great learning tool, because by hearing one version that they didn't want, they were able to say, no, after I heard it, I realized I don't want that. I want to take this approach. And then you just turn around completely, and usually that does the trick.
I know many of clients, or many people really, just think that writers are magical people, and they are. In my heart, you guys
I like
are.
That.
It works for me. In my heart, you guys make our job so much easier. But they need to know that it's okay to say that it's a collaborative effort. It's not just tell me what it will be kind of thing. So okay. I want to thank you for joining us today with Producing Creative Content with Von Henry Media. We've enjoyed speaking with Billy and Adam, and if you want to speak with them directly, we encourage you to do that. Their contact information will be on the screen shortly. And if you want to speak with them in person, you're certainly welcome to come to our studio and meet with them there, or make arrangements directly with them. Most of the time it won't take a meeting. It can be done over the phone or even with Skype, or as Billy said earlier, at Panera Bread. I do want to mention that we are shooting at the Venue Actors Studio in Pinellas Park. They graciously donated their set for us to be able to film today. Please frequent the theater often. They produce wonderful plays with local playwrights, and there'll be contact information about them as well. Thanks again.